What's going on, you guys? In today's video, we're going to be installing this 9-inch smart screen from a company called Lamtto. Lamtto actually reached out to me via email and asked if I wanted to collaborate with this video. So they sent this to me for free and asked me to do an installation and review video. And at first I actually wasn't going to, because if you look at my car, I already have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in it. And so I didn't really need another screen in my, dash area that had that same functionality. But then I got to thinking, and I realized my mom actually drives a 2015 Subaru Crosstrek, and it doesn't have any kind of smart connectivity in it. And so for her to be able to use something like this at the low cost of entry for something like this, it's $150 on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description. There's an affiliate commission if you click it, FYI. But for her to use something like that with the ease of installation, it's plug and play, and the low cost, $150, and to not have to worry about running wires or compatibility, fuses, right, doubled in, singled in, paying an expert installation, yada yada yada. Something like this is actually really appealing. And so I thought, you know what, let me give it a shot. And if I like it, if it works, well, I'll give it to my mom and she'll be able to use it, because she lives in Maine and I live in Texas. And that is clear across the country from each other. But occasionally she drives to Texas, and that is a long drive. And she currently uses the GPS on her phone. And so if you just compare these side by side, it's like night and day difference, right? Like imagine using GPS on a phone versus like a 9-inch screen. It's a huge difference. The smart screen also has a 4K front-facing camera, right? So that's for like safety, crash detection, all that. You can put a memory card in it and have it on continuous record. But then it also has a 1080p rear-facing camera. And the rear-facing camera can be used as a backup camera as well, which is great because a lot of cars that do not have smart functionality also don't have backup cameras. So for her, she's, she would really benefit from something like that. So we're gonna go on ahead and get this thing installed. Again, the installation is gonna take all of like 2 minutes because it's plug and play. But I'm gonna show you a little bit about the interface and also some of the other really cool features. Just a little sneak peek. This device actually connects to your phone via an FM transmitter, and you can play wirelessly music from your phone through this device. It'll get broadcasted through the speakers in your car using that FM transmitter. So again, you don't need a bunch of wires or a bunch of cables, anything special. You completely can control it and run it just like any other factory Apple CarPlay or Android Auto unit that you would install in your car. So let's go on ahead and jump right in and get this installed and show you guys what the functionality is like once we get it turned on. All right, guys, so we are in the car. We're actually going to use the suction cup adapter to go on ahead and get this thing installed. And this goes on very easily. It literally just goes on the back here and slides into place as long as I do it the right way. There we go. And then it has this kind of telescoping arm, right? So we're going to go on ahead and loosen this up. And that'll let us get it into angle. And we'll remove that protective plastic from the back, and make sure that's nice and loose. We have all the adjustability, and we'll go ahead and just put it right here for now, just for simplicity's sake. Tighten that rear one down. Then there's one on the front too. There we go. Tighten that down. There we go. All right. Oh, hey, you could see me in the reflection there. All right, so that is installed. Next, what I'm going to do is plug in the backup camera. All right, so I just want to show you how this works. So the backup camera, again, it's this little guy right here, and it just plugs in using a little, looks like a headphone adapter, but it's a little bit smaller. So that's going to go right on the back. Probably can't show you. Oh, I have it upside down. Look at that, easy to fix. Okay, that's going to plug in right there. Just a little port on the side. And then to connect the device to my car, and to power it on, we just have a cigarette lighter adapter. Right, that's going to go in my cigarette lighter, and then power is USB-C, so that's good. Next gen charging port technology, right? anything that's not USB-C nowadays, just run away. We'll get that into position. Okay. I think that's pretty well in position there. I'm going to turn my car on. Not all the way, just auxiliary. Get the McLaren. All right, so we're in the car and we got the device hooked up. And that was the boot up sequence, right? That nice little chime that you heard. And this is the home screen when you first turn it on. But now that we have the device powered on, I'm going to show you the Apple CarPlay functionality. I have an iPhone, so I use Apple CarPlay, but if you had an Android, you would use Android Auto. And you can see when you come in here, it tells you to turn on your Bluetooth on your iPhone and select connect the device, T86 Pro. So I'm going to go into my phone, Bluetooth, and I have connected to this before. And then I just did a factory reset on it. So let's see if this works. It might need to reinitiate. Yeah, so we'll do forget device, and then we'll reconnect here down there at other devices. Should pop up with a pin. There it is. And then we'll give it a second and it will connect on the screen. There we go. Great. And this is your full-fledged Apple CarPlay. You've got Maps, Spotify, all of your apps are going to be here. This little button over here brings you into the interface for the device, right? So if you wanted to go back into the interface, you can do that. I do want to show you a couple things. You can change the wallpaper if you want. This is kind of cool. All kinds of different options here. Okay, we'll go with that one. Brightness, assistive touch, driving position. Oh, you'd have to disconnect CarPlay to do that. So we'll go into CarPlay. And next thing I want to show you, so first of all, if we open Maps, it is full-fledged Apple Maps, right? It is using your phone as the engine for it, but your Apple Maps is there. Settings for your phone are here. Spotify is right here. And this is what I want to show you next. So if you were to try and play Spotify right here, it's actually not going to work very well, and I'll show you why. And it's going to take a second to load because it's using my phone internet, and unfortunately, where I live, I do not have very good cell phone service, and I'm out in my garage, so Wi-Fi is not very strong. So there we go. This is my Spotify, and if I come in here and I try to play a song, I'm actually going to go to one of my playlists because it's downloaded on my phone, and it should, yeah, just play. You're gonna hear it very faintly. It's actually coming out of, to blur that out, it's actually coming out of the speaker that is built into the smart screen. And you don't want that. You want the audio to come out of your car, right? So what we want to do is actually go back to our home screen. And then we want to go to audio output, right? Can you see that where it says audio output there? Click on that. And now you can select speaker, which is the device speaker. You can select Bluetooth audio, which would allow you to connect to like a Bluetooth speaker or something. Or in this case, or you could use aux. So the device comes with an auxiliary cable. Most iPhones don't have an auxiliary port, but for Android that would work. Or you could use a Lightning to auxiliary adapter. But for this case, I'm going to show you the FM transmitter option because it works extremely well. All you have to do is select a radio station where there is no broadcast. So we're going to use 105.9, and I'm going to show you on my car, we're also tuned in to 105.9, right? So if I changed that, we'll go 6.3, 105.9, okay? We are connected to the same broadcast as my car. And now if I go, you can actually hear, I don't want to play that song. Let's just do something random. It's going to play. Hear that? It's playing through. So super easy to set up. Completely wireless, FM transmitter, and it works very well. Again, we can go back. You can do the split screen mode, right? So if we went here, Internet at my house drives me crazy. There we go. So it even has like the 3D view, just like you would get on your phone. And let's see. We'll just go to McKinney. There you go. I have the audio turned off, but works wonderfully, right? Flood warning. We've had some crazy weather here in Texas. Boom. We can go into the split screen mode. So now we have the music on one side, navigation on the other side, just like Apple CarPlay you would expect in any other car. So it works super well, super easy to use. Go back to our main screen here. And like I said, I'm actually going to be shipping this off to my mom in Maine so that she can use it on her trips down to Texas and just for everyday use. But super functional. I want to go in here and I want to just reset everything. That way it's and get in like new condition for her. So we'll do factory reset, confirm. There we go. Give that a second to reboot. And that's it. If we go in, I can show you guys what the camera works, how the camera works. So you can choose the resolution over here. It's defaulted to 2.5K. You can go up to 4K. Rear mirror image, reverse calibration. There's actually a camera button up at the top here. So this is the rear camera. Hello. And it automatically has your like fisheye view, right? Because it's a rear camera, so it's going to be like a backup camera. But then you have the front-facing camera, which is over here. So you've got front-facing, rear-facing. This is, again, it's a backup camera. So we'll go back home here. What are these other options? Yeah, we'll just go home. Brightness, set to auto right now. Audio, volume, power, settings, playback, AirPlay. Oh, it has a playback function as well. So if you put a memory card in it, you can actually play media off of the memory card, which is also pretty cool. If you had kids in the car and you wanted to dismount it and use it like an iPad, you 100% could. Or you could leave it mounted and everybody could watch the movie together while you're driving down the road. I do not condone that, but it is an option. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and turn this guy off. Hit the power button. Boom. So there we have it, guys. The 9-inch smart screen from Lamtto. This is the box that it came in. It is technically the RC13 model. And this thing works extremely well. Like I said, it comes with the backup camera, the rear-facing camera. It all powers on using just a cigarette lighter adapter. The FM transmitter is built into this, so you do have to use this if you want to use the FM transmitter functionality. It also has another mounting option, so if you don't want to use the suction cup, this double-sided tape, it'll mount directly to your dashboard, and then it has the same little mounting point on the back there. But overall, for $150, you know, super low barrier to entry to get you or a loved one set up with an Android Auto, Apple CarPlay smart device in your car. No complex installation, no specialty parts needed. And it has that added bonus with the safety piece where you can use the front and rear facing cameras to help you in the event that, you know, you get in an accident and somebody tries to run or whatever it may be. You guys have seen the videos, the reels, the dash cam footage. You never know when you're going to need that. But as soon as you need it and you don't have it, you're gonna wish you had it. And then you'll get it and you'll never need it again. So like I said, overall really nice piece of kit. Would I recommend it for $150 if you need something like this? Yeah, I think this is a great option. Like I said, there is a link in the description if you guys wanted to check it out on Amazon. It's going for $150 right now. So let me know what you guys think of this in the comments below. Not usually the exact kind of content that I do on my channel, but like I said, pretty good use case for my mom and, you know, figured why not? Let's give it a shot. So thanks so much for stopping by, you guys. If you like content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. More like this in the future, but until then, we'll talk to you later and goodbye.